Hello everybody, welcome to another Making Monday Lovable video. Today's video will be about me sharing my thoughts around the senses we have as human beings and the videos that I do and how these things are connected and why they are connected. So basically, first of all, before I even started to consider doing these videos, weekly videos, I had a huge inhibition about it. I had fear and shame, and something inhibited me, and I didn't dare to do it until I at some point decided, oh Dari, you have to. Why? Because you can only so far connect to another human being virtually when you only post about your work and once in a while pictures. Or like me, I want to talk about me. So in the beginning, using social media, I would expose my illustrations and basically hide behind them and say like, oh, you know, this is what other people are doing and I illustrated for them. Once in a while, I started to then put a picture about me so people would see who is the person behind those illustrations. And then I realized, okay, people see me, but that's it. If I want to get other people getting interested in my work and interested to work with me, it's good if they get to know me or if they get the chance to get to know me. How is that? By listening to me, by looking at me, by interacting with me, either directly through a video call, anything virtual, a virtual meeting, or I just expose myself and who I am, how I am, what I think online, and then people see it and might resonate with them or not. And like this, they will be able to see more from me. They won't only read what I write, they won't only see the picture that they look at, but they also will be able to hear. So there we have like different senses already involved, while, you know, touch, smell, and taste is not usually involved in a human-to-human interaction. They will at least be able to not only see a non-moving picture of me, but see my gestures, my mimics, how I move, the tone of voice they'll be able to hear, the words I use, my body language generally, and this all will give them cues about who I am, how I am. And when I read into this topic a little bit, you know, the senses, there's 5 basic senses that we have that I mentioned, but it's not that simple. There's also other senses, like our sense of balance, our sense of knowing where each body part is, even though we don't actively look at it or think about it. And then if we think about it deeper, in the skin we have different types of receptors for heat, for cold, for pain. In our eyes we have different receptors as well that take different wavelengths. So there's all kinds of different little systems in place to sense our environment. And this is all very, you know, scientific and very organ and tissue specific in that case. But then there's something else as well. Because the fact that I was also inhibited doing these videos was because I know about how I move in the world, let's say, what I spread, what effect I have on people, and how people see and perceive me. And this would also happen if I would put myself out there online. People will get this impression, they will get this energy from me as well, partially at least. I don't know how 100% or not. And that was something that I was very aware about all these subconscious perceptions that we have. Sometimes we meet a person, we immediately like them, it clicks and it's a great chemistry. Another times it's not the same with the person, or there is an immediate distance. Doesn't mean the other person is bad or you're bad, no, but something is off. You're not on the same wavelength. And these things happen in real life. And with showing videos, exposing myself on video, these would also happen, but with complete strangers that I don't necessarily know. And that would also mean those people will perceive if I'm maybe not doing so well while recording a video, or if I have an overflow of energy because of whatever else. And it happened several times that people sometimes would write to me after a Monday video, oh, today you sounded different, I hope everything is right, something was off today, wish you a great week, or something like this. And I know, when thinking about it in retrospect, that I've been going through thoughts or moments, emotions in my life that I don't share here, and that affected my energy that I was spreading on that video. Or I really like to use the word aura, because each one of us has an aura, an energetic field that we spread. And that's also, that field is what connects us to a person. Like, oh yeah, we feel really well with them, or not so much, or we want to hang out here or not. Same in a working environment, or in a group setting. We tend to float towards the people that are maybe that somehow something resonates in their energetic aura field with ours. And this is something for me that I also have when I enter different spaces. I feel good or not. So I perceive something of even those spaces, like a certain house, for example, or a certain, apartment of a person. Same with animals as well. So there's this type of perception of an aura, on energetic field of the other person that is happening. And then because I'm aware of this, and I know that I'm not a poker face, I'm not good in lying, so I usually spread whatever it is that's going on inside of me to the outside. Even the subconscious things that I have no idea about yet, that I spread, but other people will perceive them. So it's a very, very powerful tool, and to know about it and to be aware about it, because this is how you can reach people if you want to reach people, and those that resonate with you. Basically, it's really great to get new clients and customers and collaborators, or maybe even friendships can develop through this media, or acquaintanceships, all kinds of things. And I have had also people telling me afterwards, after we have then scheduled a Zoom call, because either it was a client or it was a person that was asking me questions because they were interested in my journey. They would usually say like, well, I have the feeling I know you. It's like, you're exactly the way that you are in your videos. And it really made me happy every time, because that means my strategy to be able to give people the chance to get to know me, who I am, works. It seems like they really have a good impression on who I am and how I am, and they have the feeling of recognizing me, and that immediately creates trust. If you see someone and you resonate with them and they are kind of likable for you, and then you meet them in real life, even if it's just virtually, not on a recorded videos, and you have the same feeling, it creates an immediate bond, and that bond is super strong and very powerful. And I think it's just awesome and amazing that this is possible. That also shows that there's a lot of responsibility there to not consciously manipulate people. But I think it's almost impossible, because people will feel it, will perceive it, that something's off with that person if they have those senses developed. I don't know how those senses are called. I know some kind of, I'm not sure, but those senses to feel energetic fields of others, or the aura of others, they are there. Some are more developed in people. Some people have them more developed than others, but subconsciously, even for those that don't actively work on it, they perceive it anyways. So yeah, this is what I wanted to share today with you. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this and your experience with that. And otherwise, I wish you a great Monday and a nice week, and talk to you next week. Bye bye.